But sin, seizing an opportunity through the commandment, produced in me all kinds of covetousness. For apart from the law, sin lies dead. What Paul's doing, he's personifying sin as an active force that takes advantage of the commandment, comes in like the enemy and attacks like an ambush. It's used to describe a military launch. Sin seizes the opportunity when it sees the law and comes in, launches an ambush. All right, because of our rebellious nature. Here's what the law does. This is why when we have kids, man, you want your kids to do something, you tell them not to do it, right? If you want them not to do something, you tell them to do it. That's the way they kind of work. It's backwards. They're rebellious by nature. We are rebellious by our nature. You show us the law, we want to, this is before Christ, you show us the law, we want to break it. All right, I talked about the speed limit last week. Where's the speed limit? 70? Going 78. 60? Going 65. Just give me the ropes. I just need to go over it just a little bit. Now what it does, when sin comes in, this sounds a lot like the garden. Here in the garden, Adam and Eve, right? God gave the law. The command was to not eat of the tree, of knowledge of good and evil. Now here's about the tree. It wasn't that it looked more spectacular than every other tree. That's not what happened. God said, here is the law, here's the commandment, and then what did Satan do? Seize the opportunity, tried to tell Adam and Eve, it looks better, doesn't it? Look at that one, man. That looks really, really good. You want to eat that. God said, don't eat that. It looks really, really good. And here's what Adam did. He didn't eat of that tree because it just looked better. It was an opportunity for him to assert his own self-will. That's why he did it. He wanted to be like God. It wasn't an attractive fruit, attractive tree. I can assert my own will right here. I'm going to do this. I'm going to choose me over God. We do that every single day. We choose our will over God's. Not because things are more attractive, but it's more because it assert our own authority, our own will. We're always fighting as fallen people, fighting for us. It's in our nature. It's in our flesh. That's why Paul says we need to put to death the flesh in our body, because it always wants to do what we want to do instead of what God wants us to do. That's why we're always attacking that notion.